might not go live until 7 since it's scheduled. Oh, there it is. All right, you guys. So we're actually live early because we hit the wrong button.
Early bird gets the worm, as they say.
Oh no, so we have 9 minutes before this thing starts. So what are we going to do with the 9 minutes before it's supposed to start?
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Let us know if you have any questions or if there's any problems hearing us or anything else.
Yeah, I guess now would be a good time for those that are here. If you could let us know if we look and sound okay. That would be wonderful. Everything looks okay on our end. Audra. Okay.
So what are we going to do? Are you going to sing for them for the first 9 minutes?
What we can do is play some copyright-free YouTube music for them. Some of our favorites.
All right, we're getting some comments. Every state park. Hi, Bill and Christina, and Darren's here. Okay, tell us what we should do with our 8 minutes of bonus time. What would you like to see Steve do? Bill says you're staring into his soul. Oh, look, it's our favorite commenter, Six Fireman.
Hey, welcome.
And he started with a comment. All right, seriously, you guys. What do we do with our early 8 minutes? We are in Florida trying to stay warm. It's actually not too bad. You get to start eating carrots. Every state park says go Chiefs. And Darren says nice sash.
You can see yourself out of this live. Every state park, if that's the team you're going to cheer for.
Karen Schuster says, I just rewatched your Cape Cod trip. I live here. That's a great place to live. We loved our time in Cape Cod. Beautiful area. Oh, I think I said in Cape Cod. We loved our time on Cape Cod.
On Cape Cod. We learned the hard way. That's how you guys recognize tourists when you say in, right?
Yep.
Versus on.
So, Karen, tell us what you would recommend that we do if we ever go back to Cape Cod. Every state park asks inside tips for us early birds. What kind of tips do you want to hear? You can give them basketball tips. Oh, there's Monique.
Mo-Rock?
Mo-Rock.
Hey, what's up, Mo-Rock? It's been a while.
She says, love how vulnerable and transparent your videos have been, not just travels. Thanks, Monique. So for those of you who are joining in, we hit the live button too early, so we're just trying to kill time until 7 o'clock.
Yes, we will be a bit more organized once the top of the hour rolls by here, and we will go officially live.
Hi, Ron Green and Ginger. Yes, we did start early. We accidentally hit the live button like 10 minutes too early, so now we're trying to kill time until 7 o'clock.
For the most part, we were ready and got everything set up.
Thankfully.
But the phone, the orientation of the phone was being all sorts of goofy, and thought for at one point that I might have accidentally deleted the thumbnail, and
You did.
no, I did.
I had to fix it.
And then was remounting the phone and accidentally hit the go live button. So here we are.
Here we are, bonus time.
Well, what we can do, or what I can do, is start off with a joke. Guy walks into to a library and walks up to the front counter and asks the librarian, "Hey, I'd like to order a cheeseburger, a large fry, and a Coke. Wait, I'll make that a cheeseburger, 2 large fries, and a Coke." And the librarian's like, "Excuse me, sir, this is a library." And he's like, "Oh, sorry. I'd like a cheeseburger, 2 large fries, and a Coke."
All right, rate Steve's joke in the comments. How many vans does he get for his joke? All right, so Monique said she's going to be doing some live videos on her public channel coming up, looking for some inspiration. Don't hit the live button early, Monique. And hello to Ron Green's brother Greg, who's also tuned in. All right, Karen said, this is about Cape Cod. I would follow Route 3A heading back from P-Town. There are a lot of nice beaches on the bay side of the Cape. Mayflower is so pretty. Paynes Creek is beautiful. Very small parking lot. Best to go a bit after 4:30ish. Oh, he's getting
I
rated.
got 2 vans on that joke. You realize that's out of 5, right? Just the way I have understanding here.
You have a
2?
You have a -1.
Wow.
He's got a -1.
We got a rough crowd.
3,
Yikes.
2, and 4.73. There's Jeff Henderson weighing in. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, Ginger is on her own account here. She only gave you 2 vans. And we thought she was so positive.
See where I rank with Ginger. Yikes.
All right, now we've got a new one that's logged in. You have to tell us. Is it Abby? Abby? It's not 2 B's, so Abby from New York City? So we have to say Jeff Henderson's been around with us for a long, long time. I think he's commented on all of our videos, and we met him in person this past year when we were with Bill and Christina in Nashville. He said the first one, so that was Abby. He says, "Hey, Scuba Steve and Miss Audra."
Stinky Steve to you.
Oh, and there's Kim of Grain Grumpy. Hey, guys. Yep, he said yes, so it's AB.
AB.
AB from New York City. And Grain Grumpy are some of our patrons. They like to be one of the first commenters on our videos sometimes, along with E6 Fireman. Jeff says he still likes watching our videos, even after meeting us. Isn't that nice of him? Yeah, so
all right.
Keep those comments coming.
T-minus 1 minute. Let's take a deep breath. Pretend like we haven't gone live yet.
Right. We're getting ready. You got a countdown soon. Is our lighting good? Do we look good?
How's my breath, guys?
You got to put some questions in here for us. Oh, there's Traveling with Mugsy. Hi, guys. Let's see. Oh, Karen says her bad. Not 3A, 6A. We have heard about 6A. Oh, we're getting close to 7. You excited?
I'm always excited.
Thanks to all of you who have joined in already, early. Monique. All right, so it's 7 o'clock.
So are we officially underway?
Those of you who are just joining in, we started a little early by accident. So we're going to get this started. We wanted to tell you just a little bit about ourselves here first, in case you're new to the channel. We're Steve and Audra.
That's Audra.
Yep.
I'm Steve.
Just in case there was any confusion. We started van life a little bit over 5 years ago. No, almost 5 years ago. We did it almost 3.5 years of part-time. And then it's been 1.5 years since we did started full time. We sold our house, and now we live in 60 square feet here.
Mm-hmm.
We live with our cat, Miss Lady Gray Gillespie Pinkerton, who you may or may not see during this time. We built out the van by ourselves. It's a Ford Transit high roof standard length camper van. Mm-hmm. And I think those are the key points, right?
2019.
That's right.
Ford Transit.
Yeah. And when we went full time, we started by doing a big loop around the country, or part of the country we went out west. Then this last year we went to New England a little bit. And now, this is our second live. We're excited to be connecting with you guys tonight. So we're going to try to catch up on your comments soon. But we're going to start, as we start looking at your comments, we thought we would start with the lows and highs, right, of the last year. Oh, before we do that, actually, we're going to give you, can I see that? We're going to give you some of the stats. As everyone's joining, we're going to go through some of the numbers from the year. We put 14,797 miles on the van.
Believe it or not, that was all on 2 tanks of gas.
We went to 2 countries, 17 states, and 2 provinces.
Now, what I'm wondering is, if we back the van up west enough to say maybe, I don't know, Las Vegas, California even, and gunned it east, could we skip across the ocean to Europe?
To Europe, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really great.
Add another country or another continent to our list.
We might have to jump over some other countries first. We went to 6 state capitals. Some you haven't seen yet. We'll be sharing those soon. We spent 365 nights in the van.
Out of 365.
Pretty good record. We went to 14 botanical gardens. Lucky Steve. And we saved, I think we've recalculated, we've saved at least $400 on this year's membership doing that. We went to over 25 lighthouses, over 40 waterfalls we hiked at. We've gone through numerous banana phones. And we've posted over 100 vlogs this year. We just posted our last New England vlog this past week. And this coming week, it's going to be our 300th episode, which is kind of crazy to think about.
It is very crazy to think about. 300 episodes.
And
we've been doing YouTube for almost as long as we've owned the van. We started in July of 2020 with the YouTube channel. And 300.
Yep.
Countless hours of filming and editing.
And we're getting this close to 8,000 subscribers. So those are some of the highlights. You want to start talking about, we'll talk about the lows. And while we're doing that, if you just want to let us know if you have questions, and we'll start checking those out.
Yeah. One of the main reasons we wanted to do this live, or the topics of this live, was to discuss the highs and the lows of this past season, our second season. And certainly one of the lows, at least in the YouTube portion of our lives, would have been our crossing into Canada for the second time. If you haven't watched that video, you should go back and check it out. We got pulled over, we got the van inspected, and it was all over a can of mace, real small can of pepper spray. So we took tremendous amount of heat in the comments section about that, unlike any other video, and which led to this sash. It's Princess Steve that my very funny niece Liz gave to me because in the comments section someone called me a princess.
How dare they?
For my reaction to the whole experience. So
now he's Princess Steve. He even has a tiara.
I do. Unfortunately, I have a fat head, so it doesn't fit, but See?
There it is. Princess Steve.
So that was definitely a low. Certainly was one of the more genuine reactions to an experience. And to be truthful, we went back and forth before we published that video. Should we do it? Should we not do it? Even to this day, I'm contemplating taking it down, just because I don't know if it reflects well on us, if it's too much.
Well, we try to be really positive and we enjoy
Right.
our travels. And I think people really looked at us in a more negative light, especially people that didn't know us, which.
Yeah, and the weird thing about YouTube is people typically don't watch the entire video. So if that's all they saw was that beginning part of that video, they're going to walk away with a much different opinion on us than had they finished the video, which had a very good time in Canada that second time. The people are always wonderful, and the strangers that we met really helped turn the whole experience around. So anyway, that was certainly one of the lows from this past year.
So before we get into any more that we had planned, let's catch up with some comments because there's a lot of them. Someone did make a comment that we are backwards on the screen. And I don't know why that is, because we did the live last time the same way with the camera facing so we can actually see ourselves and see the comments on the screen a little bit. For some reason it's flipped this time, and there's not an option on the phone in YouTube to flip it, so we're sorry that we're backwards. We're mirrored.
Yeah.
We experimented with that earlier, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. So
apparently it's a common thing that YouTube has changed recently, that you can't fix it. So
unless you use a different app, but we are not that complex or techy yet, so we're just doing it right in the YouTube. So anyway, we're sorry that we're mirrored, but let's look through some of these comments. Trying to see if there were any particular to what you had just said, but just gonna call out some random things. Jeffrey Swanson said hello from Buffalo. We've been in Buffalo, had a great time there. Hi, Jeffrey. Lindy, who is another regular commenter. Steve, you have the greatest sense of humor.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Ginger,
yes. I think that was your comment. She commented that it was sad what they did to our cat, Lady Gray, when we crossed into Canada. And again, that was my biggest fear crossing into Canada back then. It is still today, is what's going to happen to the cat if they want to come in the van. I don't care if they come in the van. We've got nothing to hide. But I know the cat's not going to respond well. And
well, we thought she'd be okay in the van, but they wanted us to take her out, and we weren't prepared for that. So when she gets taken out of her comfort zone, that's traumatic. So that's the biggest thing. We have to figure out, if we leave the country again, how we're going to handle that. Yeah. Monique made a comment about that video. She said, Canada Customs, it allowed your real audience to feel you and get to know you more. That's the vulnerability I was talking about. We want to see the highs and lows. So we do try to share honestly. And again, we took some heat for it, but we tried to be honest. We tried to have some humor with it too.
Yeah.
We debated about whether to do some of the subtitles, but we did it. So
and some people got it. Ron and Ginger are one that they picked up on it pretty quickly.
But even the cat had
right.
subtitles.
The cat was chiming in with her thoughts, but other people, the joke didn't land, and I guess that's part of humor. Sometimes is you win some, you lose some.
All right, so I'm going back to some of the old comments. Every state park Bill said negative van for no waterfall. Back at your joke. That's a joke from one of our videos when we were with them in Tennessee. We were with Christina and we were rating the area, the hike we went on, and she took a van away because there was no waterfall, but there was not supposed to be a waterfall, so that's kind of funny. Let's see. Sorry, it's going to take us a while to get down through some of these. Monique asked, should we do questions now? Some questions?
Well, sure. Why not?
Monique wants to know, do you like traveling frog hopping style, seeing more places with a little driving every day, or driving long haul drives to stay for a week or so somewhere? Do you want to answer that? No.
I prefer shorter clips, a couple hours, 3 hours. I guess it's part of the aging process. At about that 2 hour mark, my body is screaming at me, my knees and my hip. I need to stretch them out, stretch the old legs out a little bit. So that, and we've learned to not travel at night, because I think one of the big things with this type of lifestyle is if you're going to be driving, you want to be able to see where you are, and you know, the sights. Even if it's on a major highway, you want to be able to see the countryside. So obviously you can't do that at night, so we try our best to avoid driving at night.
That's more of a challenge in the wintertime when it gets darker earlier, but we have missed a lot of things as we've driven because we were driving at dark. And we like to take our time, and also driving shorter distances, we save gas. We try to drive a little bit, kind of hang out in the area, drive a little bit more the next day, and that does overall make our monthly gas price lower. Traveling with Mugsy wants to know your favorite NFL team. I wonder.
I don't know.
It's backwards, so it might be hard to see.
I really, it's a bit of a mystery which team I prefer.
Mythical Nomad Adventures in the house, hanging it from Audra's old. Oh, he's in Plattsburgh, New York, right now. Lanny and Roxanne, hi guys. They're some of our other patrons that have joined in tonight. All right, Jeff wants to know what's the difference in the provinces and the countries.
Spelling.
So, for those of you who haven't seen the videos, we went into Ontario for a few days, and then we came back to New York, and then probably a couple months later, maybe we went up into Quebec. So those were the two provinces. Bill says 2024 has 366 days. Is that because of the leap year? So we actually slept in our van 260 or 366 days then. All right, so let's take a break from the comments a little bit before we get on to all the fun stuff. We were talking about the lows of the year. So there was the crossing the border that was stressful. And then when we talked to you guys, our last live feed last March, we had talked about wanting to go around the country. We had planned to go out west and kind of further northwest. But as many of you probably know, things were changing with my dad with his cancer, and so we changed our plans this year. Stayed in the Northeast because we knew he didn't have a lot of time left, and then we tried to spend as much time as we could with family. So obviously that was all a really hard time, but it was nice because we got to spend time with family. We got to enjoy the Northeast. We got to explore areas that I never had, even though I grew up in the Northeast. And we had a lot of support from friends and family. And so, obviously it was a challenge, struggle, but a lot of good came out of it too.
Yeah, I think one of the neat things that this van provided during that very difficult time was the ability to stay right there on the hospital grounds. They had a dedicated section for oversized vehicles and RVs, so they said we could park there, and for the last week of Audra's dad's life, we were there 24/7, and it gave us the opportunity, as you might imagine, when things got tense and stressful, gave us a chance to come out to the van, just get a breather, get something to eat, and recharge a little bit, and then go back in. So it was really kind of a neat blessing. I'm not sure how we would have managed otherwise. The hospital welcomes people to spend the night there, but obviously that wouldn't have been as comfortable.
More difficult since we have our cat, but
right.
Yeah, so the van has proven to be a huge blessing for us because my dad was actually diagnosed with cancer the same year we started van life, and it enabled us to go spend time with family. So there were a lot of ways the van has been great in addition to just all the exploring. We have I think our first super chat from Every State Park, $2.
Thank you.
Thank you. That reminds me of the movie I Want My $2. You guys know what that's from? So do we want to go through more of the things here?
Yeah, we'll try to address a few of your comments before we switch gears and start talking about the highlights of our past year.
So yeah, we wanted to share what some of our favorite things were. We'd love to hear in the comments what were some of your favorite things. some of the favorite like of our videos or places we went. Frank Wolf is in the house. He's one of our biggest patrons, and he says, "Eagles."
Yeah. And Frank, I saw your earlier comment about my breath. I'm sorry. I tried to gargle with mouthwash, but it apparently didn't work.
Is he saying he can't hear us? You guys can all hear us, right? No one else has said anything.
Lanny, your comment that you can't hear us, perhaps. Hopefully that is not an issue.
Okay, so let's start with some of our highlights.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing
Yeah.
is you guys. YouTube's kind of a crazy thing, and just the presence, knowing that some of you are watching and commenting is a big deal for us. When we go and spend all the time, especially Steve, all the editing, doing each video, and then we put it up there, your comments make a world of difference to us. So those of you who are commenting regularly and who are waiting to comment when it first comes up, like that means so much.
Yeah, I can't overstate this. Like, it really keeps us going. I debated coming into this live how much I wanted to get into the weeds of YouTube and show business from a broader perspective. Because Audra and I, we are really trying to make YouTube a thing. We're trying to make it a successful business venture. And at the end of the day, it's show business. And you could successfully argue that it's the lowest rung of show business because the entry point is so low. Literally anybody can do it, including yours truly. So here we are.
But he does a good job editing. Very good job.
Well, thank you. We try hard. We're learning all of the time. Always trying some different things, changing up our production schedule, trying to find the balance of hours that we're putting in versus money that we're getting out. One of the questions we get asked is, how much money do you make? And we hesitate because it's almost embarrassing, but for the number of hours that we put into this whole thing, from soup to nuts, we're lucky if we're getting federal minimum wage, is how I will answer that question. So, like I said, we're always learning, we're always tweaking, improving. So we're starting to bring down our hours that we invest into each video, but still, it can be challenging, and that's why I say all this. Getting back to you and your comments, it really does help keep us going. To Mo-Rock, to your point about being vulnerable and being real, there's many times where I feel like quitting it, and we talk many times. We try to go for walks every day, and usually YouTube is a main topic of conversation. And how do we improve, and what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong? Anyway, I didn't want to get into the weeds, and I feel like I am here, but say all that to say, again, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the people that are patrons. And it really does mean a lot.
Yeah, and so the next thing that's related to that on the list is community. And it's really cool because we've been able to meet so many of you guys, or some of you, because of YouTube. So this past year, we went to VanFest. That's how we started the year. I'm wearing the t-shirt, which is backwards for you guys. I'm sorry. But we got to spend time with so many neat people, and we got to meet some really special friends. So we started out the year traveling with Lisa and Jamie Gertie Vandegroot, who we already knew, but also Bill and Christina, which is Every State Park and Goodnight Trail. And we got to spend a whole month traveling with them, and that was so special. And we've made other relationships, other friendships.
And I will say that whole thing developed organically. Like, we hadn't planned on traveling with them. We met, we hit it off, our schedules aligned, and it was very cool. Yeah. And to Audra's point, like, because of our size, our smaller size, it really does feel like we know all of you, or at least getting to know all of you.
Recognize names if you're commenting often.
Yeah, and so it's been cool.
Yeah, and we've got to meet some of our other viewers. Like Bill and Christina had seen our YouTube videos, came to VanFest, and we got to meet them in person. We got to meet Grand Grumpy. We got to meet some of our other subscribers, Jeff Henderson, like I had mentioned earlier, Frank Wolf. The bunch of us actually, when we were traveling together, went to Frank's house, and he hosted us. And he actually has a comment here. My favorite moment was when 3 van lifers showed up in my driveway. It meant so much to my wife, and she responded with so much joy and happiness. She needed that. So Frank and Sue, they're great. They have been supporting us for a long time, and it was really fun to go meet them in person. So the relationships in that community really has been so great. And then, I mentioned earlier when my dad passed, Jamie and Lisa and Bill and Christina actually came and spent time with us before he passed, and then came to the hospital the day of. And Bill and Christina came all the way, I think they had been in Wyoming, and drove all the way out. So it's just been amazing. Boondocking with Boomer is here. And the Vanbergs are here. We also got to meet them at VanFest and meet up with them a little bit. So as we keep checking the comments, I'm going to go back to our list of some of our favorites. I think we both agree that our favorite place, coastal Maine.
From this past year,
Yes, yeah, just from our 2024 season 2 travels, definitely coastal Maine. It was just so beautiful. We found some great spots to park overnight. Acadia was amazing. Yep. So we just loved our time there.
One of the things that kind of happens naturally as we drive around is we kind of ask each other, could we live here, live in this area? And for the first time, Maine was an area that both kind of pinged on our radar. Obviously, we would have to learn a lot more about the area if we were going to try to settle down somewhere. But just from a purely aesthetic standpoint, Maine, to Audra's point, is beautiful, and all the coastal areas, and there's something about the fishing and lobster boats that really captures my attention, and we really enjoyed our time there.
Yeah, we loved it. Loved it. Yeah. I do need to say that Jeff Henderson has given us a $10 super chat, so we got to say thank you for that. And then I'm going to move on to the next thing on our list. So our favorite place was coastal Maine. Some of our favorite experiences, Niagara Falls, and we disagree on which was the best. I actually prefer the American side.
I prefer the Canadian side, but it's unfortunate because Canada knows it. They know they've got the prettier side.
You Canadians. But we had a great time there, both sides, and doing the Maid of the Mist. It was very short, but it was amazing. That was one thing that definitely stood out. Another was the cranberry harvest.
Yes, that was so spontaneous and unexpected, and it was so cool.
It was just really neat. It all came together really neat. The colors of the cranberries and just the process and how friendly the people were there that invited us to come see it. That video actually has less views than some of our others, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out, because we loved it.
So that's another thing with YouTube is it's so funny how it works, because there's times where we're putting a video together and everything just clicks, from the content to what we're saying on camera to the music and we walk away thinking, oh, this video, this is it. The people are going to really enjoy this one, and it is so funny how it just
doesn't do as well as we think.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Right.
So some people really like that one. I think actually someone here in the comments said that they really enjoyed that. We have another super chat from Ginger Green. Ron and Ginger always supporting us. They've been recent patrons. That's really great. Thank you guys. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so we've got some questions.
Hey, Livy Lou.
Aw. Hey, Olivia. Our #1 fan. Our niece is in the house. So we have a really serious question.
Uh-oh.
Someone asked if you would consider wearing a thong.
I would consider it. And now I'm done considering it.
That was gray and grumpy. There's also a question, and I'm not sure where it is here, about benches. Do you have a favorite kind of bench? Like there's wood, there's stone. That's a hard one. You should think about that one.
Well, the more padding, the better. So, I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Padding. Have you had a padded bench? Good night, Trail. Christina said, I love the Plymouth episodes, the cranberries. Let's see. This is kind of a question that's unrelated to some other things we've talked about, but Jeff Henderson wants to know, can you share some of the equipment that you use, including editing software and backup drive?
No, it's funny you bring up the whole backup drive and storage portion of it all, because literally just yesterday we were wrestling with that. I feel like it is a continuous problem for us. We have online cloud storage and as well as some external hard drives. Thank you, Bill. But I feel like we are constantly filling them up and kind of wrestling and trying to find space. So there's that portion.
We already had a business before we started doing YouTube where we needed graphic design software and things like that. So I don't know, did you already say you use Adobe?
I did not.
He uses Adobe Premiere to edit.
Self-taught, didn't take any classes, still learning. I watch a lot of YouTube at times on how to do certain things. So I really do appreciate when you all notice certain things. Get a lot of comments on the music, and talking about hours spent in production, that is usually the bulk of my time is finding music. So as of late, I'm trying harder not to spend as much time with music, but it's kind of hard not to, because music is such a key component to any production, whether you're watching a movie or a TV show or YouTube. The right piece of music it almost becomes an additional character to each production. So I like to try to find the best music I can with our limited budget, which is zero. We get all of our music for free, or 99.9% of our music is copyright free. So that can present a challenge. If I had an unlimited budget,
And to keep going along those veins, for storage, we use OneDrive for a lot of our footage, but that's limited because we only pay for a certain amount. And the nice thing with that, and it's good for anybody, is that it automatically backs up what you're working on your computer. So if you've got important things, pictures, documents, whatever, it's always good to have stuff backed up. We have learned the hard way in the past, things on external hard drives only that we've lost.
We've lost footage before we've even gotten it to a hard drive. Thankfully, that doesn't happen very often. I think it's happened once. Or we will misplace footage.
Right. That's. We have a hard time keeping track of. So our phones get full eventually, and we're always playing this little game of transferring footage from our phone to drives. And once in a while, we think, oh, we've already transferred it. We even have spreadsheets too that we try to keep track of things. But we think we've transferred something, and we haven't. We delete it from the phone and realize, oh, we've just lost it. Or we end up putting things on a random drive because we've got space there, and then that's why I lost footage recently. Couldn't find the footage until after we posted the video.
So let me, Jeff, to answer your question succinctly and in order, we shoot everything, almost everything, 95%, with our cell phones. Occasionally we have a dash cam now. We've had that for the past, year. We'll take footage off of that. We use that a lot in our Canadian video. So we'll shoot most everything on the cell phone. Everything gets transferred, hopefully, to a hard drive, and then from there I use Adobe Premiere to edit, where we will publish then to YouTube. So that's pretty much how that works.
And then I have my good Canon camera, but the good one died when we were in Bryce Canyon last year, the year before. So I have a backup one that's not as good. I'm actually shopping for a new good camera because I like the telephoto lens, My last camera, I could actually get some video, but the camera we have now, my Canon I have now, does not have video. So we're looking for a new one that will have some video capability, so we can get back to getting some better footage of some wildlife and things like that that are further away. There's some more questions here. Should we get into?
You want to do one more, and then we'll switch back to highlights.
The Vanbergs want to know, what do you folks do to keep healthy on the road? Do you have a fitness routine? In the 2 years we have been on the road, we find this a challenge.
Well, we have memberships to Planet Fitness, which is kind of twofold for us. It gives us an opportunity to grab a shower, and then talking about fitness and health, it gives us a chance to exercise. In addition to that, like I said, we like to try to go for walks or hikes.
Steve loves the hikes. They're his favorite.
As much as we can, and so those are some of the bigger areas that we try to watch. Watch our health.
Lisa Gertier Vandergroot asked before we started this, what is one of our biggest challenges of van life? And I would say that the health part is a challenge, especially because there's two of us and we like to do things differently. So, for instance, you guys know I like to hike more. There's times when I would like to get more exercise, and it's more of a challenge because we have different preferences of how we do things. Sometimes we don't get to Planet Fitness often enough. I feel like we eat healthier though in the van than when we were not in the van. But
yeah, I think for us, probably maybe the possibility anyway to want to eat out more, things like that, isn't a temptation for us. I'm always surprised by the meals that we can cook in the van with our simple 2-burner propane stove. I feel like we do eat pretty well. Obviously, we could always do better. But
Jeff Henderson says we eat like rabbits.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
But yeah, I feel like we do okay. I mean, I would give ourselves a solid B to B plus on how we eat. So maybe we'll get back to some of the highlights for me. Finally being recognized for my talents. This award was given to me by the Gray and Grumpy Academy. It's the best male performance in a Steve and Audra YouTube video, Fake Berry Eating and Vomiting of the year 2024. So, thank you. Finally being recognized for my talents.
I didn't get a trophy.
Well. Oh, Gray and Grumpy, thank you for this honor. It is displayed proudly on the dash, and seriously, a lot of fun. Thank you for this acknowledgement. You guys will see this in an upcoming video.
Yeah.
I think probably maybe a week or two from today.
A couple weeks probably.
This will come up. But this was funny. They surprised us with this.
We've got some new people here that I'm noticing. Michelle Elliott, Adventure Number 9. She has a YouTube channel. She said it's a major award, 5 vans. So I have forgotten to mention, there are some people that are in here who have YouTube channels. We've tried to mention them on our channel before. Gertie A. Vandergroot has a channel. Gray and Grumpy, Laney and Roxanne Adventures. Every state park does videos once in a while.
They are more on the TikToks.
Yeah, the TikToks. Goodnight Trail. But we love to support the other people who are doing van life or who are doing YouTube. So, Document Boomer's another one.
I got to just notice here the Vanbergs. It says message redacted.
Retracted.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
retracted.
I saw that from Jeff too.
Wonder what they wrote, and they're like, "Oh, no, delete."
There's 2 messages. They must be talking to each other, and we don't know what they're saying. And Gray and Grumpy. Gray said that Grumpy's the one that asked about the thong, not her. Just to clarify that. And she would like
Naturally.
to hike. And she would like to hike with you one day. Do you like benches, Gray? Do we want to go through more of our highlights? I'm trying to see if you guys have said what your favorites are. I know someone here said that they enjoyed our New England videos because they're thinking about going there and it's given them some ideas. So we love that. We love when we can give people ideas.
One of the highlights as far as experiences are concerned, we mentioned our time in New England area, Cape Cod specifically. We both enjoyed the seals.
They were so fun.
Yeah, we didn't. There weren't a ton of them out when we were there, but what we did see and what we were able to capture on film was a lot of fun. Of course, all the lighthouses and even the gardens were very nice.
I would say one of our favorite botanical gardens we both thought was the coastal Maine Botanical Garden up in Booth Bay in Maine. They are the ones with the trolls. They have these really cool trolls and also beautiful gardens. So as much as he says he doesn't like the gardens, I probably spend more time than he'd like, but there are really fun things to see at the gardens, even if you're not into flowers. A couple other things. We went to Silver Springs where we had been before in 2023, I think, but we went with Bill and Christina and Jamie and Lisa, and we went kayaking and saw manatees really close up and the monkeys again, so that was really fun. So I think in general those were our highlights. We would love to hear from you guys more if there are things that you really enjoyed or things you'd like to see more of.
Adventure number 9 just said that she really liked the giant wood trolls. Yeah, they were really cool. And apparently, you probably know more about this than I do. They are only there for a certain amount of time, and then they get taken down, and the wood is recycled or something. Isn't that what you learned? Maybe I'm making that part up.
They're made from recycled, like salvaged wood. There are some that have been removed, but I think a lot of times they stay as long as they don't fall apart. But I did see.
Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to him. I did see a question about can we number our videos, and actually we do number our videos. And if I remember, I try to put the dates in when we film too, especially if we get really far behind. So when you watch any of our videos, there's a little button, or there's words that I think say view description. And if you click on that, we always put the episode number right at the beginning. And then I try to put information about where we were in the description. So if you're not sure about the order of things or date, you can always check there. And then if you can't find it, let us know and we'll try to add that. So Electric Van Life Explorers wrote, we started our channel after being inspired by you and other van lifers. It definitely is a work in progress, but we're learning fast. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool to hear that we were at least a small part of inspiring you to dive into YouTube.
Yeah, and it can be quite the challenge.
My best advice for anybody that's thinking about it or just getting started, like in their case, is just keep plugging away.
So the Vanberg said they keep hitting send before they can proofread it, and you can't edit once you've done it, so that's why they're retracting. Let's see. Oh, the Vanberg said that you folks were one of the first channels we covered. And that was fun meeting them for the first time at VanFest this past year. So Rodney SS says, sorry if this was discussed earlier and I missed it. Do either of you still work a normal, or what was your profession prior to full-time van life YouTube? And we get a lot of people that ask us about that.
I have been dabbling in narcotics. I hear meth is very popular.
Candy cigarettes?
And candy cigarettes. So still working on the recipe and whether it will work with a 2-burner stove. So I'll get back to you on that one. But for you...
So Steve spends most of the time editing all of our videos. I still am working... how long have I been doing? I actually just figured out I've been doing it for almost 20 years now, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. I do website development, graphic design, and some social media marketing. And it's a little bit more seasonal for us because of the Steve does some of that work with me. I do the majority of it. Because of our clients, sometimes it's more seasonal, so we have really busy times and then some down times, which sometimes works out nice because it gives us more time to explore an area. But that's why we're going to the libraries most of the time, because he can edit without internet connection, but for what I do, I usually need internet. So we do the libraries, and then also we've been doing the Panera a lot more lately.
Yeah, I guess we should give a shout out to Follow Thomas. He's another YouTuber. He kind of tipped us off to the whole Panera Bread. They offer a subscription service,
The Sips Club.
the Sips Club, where you can go in and get unlimited drinks with some stipulations or limitations, but for the most part. So it's a great place for me to get coffee, and gives us a chance to find workspace with internet. I guess our preferred method would be a library because it's a bit more quiet and conducive to working on stuff. And
Just depends.
Panera Breads can be a bit louder, and they're always piping in this awful music.
Oh, that is true. Terrible music.
And I have written a strongly worded letter to the corporate people at Panera corporate to say, excuse me, you need to work on your music. Anyway, Panera is nice. When the libraries are closed, they close early or are closed for a holiday. Panera is a nice backup for us.
And a few people have asked us why we don't have Starlink, and it's something we've talked about.
Right here, I would enter that cash register sound effect, but I can't do it right now.
And it also requires more power to work in the van. We have enough power for what we do now, but we'd have to get more power to do that. And it's only so comfortable for a while being in a small space like this working. So typically it's just more comfortable to be in a library or Panera anyway, at least for a few hours to do some work.
Sorry. Grumpy, hey, yeah, we're doing a live right now. I told you not to call me during. No, yep, we're still live. Yep. Okay, I'll call you back. Yep. Love you too. Bye.
Stephen has banana phones. Shirley Murray said, I enjoy traveling vicariously through your videos. Great photography. Love your sense of humor. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Shirley.
And Lindy wrote, I love the coast in Maine and the seals and lighthouses in Niagara and the topiary garden where Steve tried sitting on a chair but couldn't sit still. It was not the most comfortable chair in the world. That would not be his favorite bench. A couple of questions. What happened to Siggy?
AB, you're one of the few.
Jeff also asked about. It's Siggy though, Jeff, not Ziggy.
Talk about a video where I thought, oh, this could be a lot of fun. And it would be a neat way to address some of the comments that we get. But talk about tanking. That video, those couple videos that I did, I don't know. I obviously people just didn't even see it. So I'm not sure. It took a lot out of me to get such a limited response to that. So who knows? We haven't deleted him from the Van's software. So for those of you that even know what I'm talking about right now, just to know that he's still there, and maybe one day he'll make a comeback.
So that was definitely an outlet for Steve because he likes that kind of humor. He's good at different voices, so we thought we would try it, and I think it was fun to do. Gertie says Steve has a sense of humor, and AB says Siggy needs to make a comeback.
Hey, Gertie, when I'm given the chance to talk.
That is true. Everybody likes to talk over Steve. You Kahuna's in the house. Why the time lag? It's still early fall. You guys are great and too funny, especially Princess.
Thank you. Yeah, obviously, our videos are on a bit of a delay. That's one area that we've tried to become better at and faster at. Our first season, I think at one point we were 4 months behind.
Yeah.
Now I think we're closer to 2.
Yeah, we're actually getting caught up to our travels because when we're back in Florida now, and when we're in Florida, we don't film as much. It's more of a time for us to catch up, and he's been editing like a crazy guy. Last year, I think it took us almost through March or April to get caught up on the trip, but this year we're actually almost caught up. But the reason is, and I don't think there's any way we can avoid this, you guys can maybe give us feedback about this. We film pretty much every day when we're traveling, unless we just spend the whole day working like at a Panera. If we're not doing a whole work day, we're filming. So, as you can imagine, if we're only doing 2 or 3 videos a week, but we're filming every day, we end up with a backlog of content. So it just takes us a really long time to put it all out there for you guys. So I know that's confusing to some of you, but I don't think there's any way we can avoid that, really.
To Audra's earlier point, if you're ever confused about the time of year that the video is taking place in, it's always, I think you always put it in the description, right?
I try, especially if we're far behind.
So that'll give you an idea of when the video, at least when the video took place. But yeah, that's the one thing about YouTube. We're not sure how to necessarily solve that problem, and if it's a problem that we want to solve, because we don't want to be current for a number of reasons. First of all, the workload that would go into that. We do follow some YouTubers that are pretty current, like it might be a couple weeks behind real time, and I'm not sure how they do that. That's got to be crazy. They must be doing YouTube.
They're not filming as much, probably.
They must be doing YouTube like full time. That, and there's a safety precaution as well, as we don't necessarily want everyone to know exactly where we're at all times. So the lag is nice in that department.
So we are sorry if it's confusing. We know when it's getting colder out and we're still in shorts that it's confusing, but a few people wrote that's understandable. Let's see. Another question. Jeff Henderson asked, "What upgrades, if any, have you done to this to the van? I think since the last live." And before we answer that, I'm trying to go back through all the comments, but if you had questions that we didn't answer, just keep putting them in again.
Right.
And we'll try to make sure we get to everything. So have we made any upgrades since our last live?
Since the last live,
Yes.
Well, the dash cam, I'm pretty sure that was, you guys saw that. At least what I did just recently is I added, there's a rear view camera that comes with that dash cam, and at the time when I installed the front facing camera, I just didn't have the time to install the back one, so I just did that. So that's nice.
Actually, our power unit.
Oh,
We did our live before we put in the new power unit.
We went from an EcoFlow Delta 1800 to an EcoFlow Delta 2. It technically is a smaller battery, but the change for us, which is really nice, is we're able to control it with the cell phone, and we're able to limit how much power comes into it when we're charging, which, not to get too all nerdy and technical, but we have an inverter, so while we're driving we can be charging the Delta pretty quickly. So that's been a bit of a game changer for us.
And that's been new since our last live too,
Right.
because we had it before but it wasn't working. So we got one big change this year, or last year, is that we didn't have all the technology problems, because in 2023, when we did our first trip out west, we had the computer problems. We had a lot of days when the power unit wasn't working right, or the inverter wasn't working, so we couldn't use our computers in here. So this past year, it was way better in the technology department. Bill and Christina helped us a little bit with that, giving us a computer and some other things. Oh, we also had the microwave. Ron Green pointed that out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We got a $60 microwave from the Wally World, and that's been a bit of a game changer for sure. Those moments where we simply want to heat something up, reheat something, it's very convenient and doesn't take a whole lot of power from the battery. So
I think that's all I can think of for major changes with the van. We really haven't done a lot. We're pretty I mean, it's pretty basic and we're pretty happy with it. Vanbergs have to run. It was good seeing you guys. They're down in Costa Rica. You can see their videos on the Instagram.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have fun in Costa Rica.
Oh, someone asked, do we still have bikes in the garage? Because people have not seen our bikes very much at all.
We do. In fact, we just dug them out not too long ago for New Year's Eve. And we still have them. I think that's one area that I would love to improve our situation. I would love to get our hands on some e-bikes. One of the things kind of behind the curtain here at Steve and Audra is that from time to time we get contacted by companies that want to work with us. Some of them are it's not a good fit. And sometimes, there is some potential there, but it just doesn't work out. So we were close with this one company to get some e-bikes, but we couldn't quite come to terms. So we still have them, and we do use them.
Yes, it's just it's a pain to get them out because of all the stuff in the back. So, but every once in a while there's a place where it really is worthwhile to get them out, and we're really glad we have them, even though we don't use them a lot.
One of the things that we have here on our notes about this past year is that our pace slowed down a little bit. Some of that was our hand was forced with the experience with Audra's dad. That kind of forced us to be in one spot for a while, for a lot longer than we had anticipated. But glad we were able to be there. So I think that overall helped us to slow down a little bit, which was good. Our pace was too fast for the first year, the season 1, as we like to call it.
Yeah, we had, with that and the problems we had with our computer, it was just a really stressful time when we went out west. So it was really nice to slow down this time. I think we have just been more conscious about the importance of slowing down and having more normal days where we only go to a Panera or library to work and do errands and don't really see anything. So I mentioned that, I think, in one of the recent videos. We were in the Albany area, and we didn't do any sightseeing other than the Capitol. I have no idea what else was around. The same thing in Connecticut. But we just have to realize we can't see everything. We have to have normal life, normal pace. So I think I'm learning. I know that I'm worse at that than he is. He's like the king of laid back. So I think it's been a healthier balance for us this year. Ron Green said they tried our pita pizza, but they baked it. Well, that's cheating. You have to do it on the stovetop. We have a question from Maze Man. Did Steve lose weight?
Yes, I did.
Even though he doesn't like to hike.
Yes.
Doesn't he look great? Are there any questions that we've missed? Again, if we've missed your questions, just post them down below again. Oh, Gray and Grumpy said safety? That's why you carry the best spray. And actually, we do now. Since they took our pepper spray going into Canada, now we have bear spray.
This is also courtesy of my niece, Liz, in addition to giving me this sash with the, in case you missed it earlier, as a joke, in response to the harsh comments that we got from our Canadian video, one of which called me a princess. She got me this sash that says Princess Steve on it, and this, what's this called, a tiara?
Tiara.
And a more serious gift, well, at least it's serious to us. I'm not sure what her intent was exactly, but this really is beneficial to us. It is actually bear spray.
So it's allowed in Canada.
So when if we ever cross back into Canada, and we can tell them it's bear spray, and apparently that won't be a problem for them. So, and now we have at least something to defend ourselves, which again, I took a lot of heat for, but I don't know. Maybe this is a question for you guys that you can comment on. For those of you that do this type of traveling or live this type of lifestyle, what do you guys use for protection? Some of you may carry guns, which obviously presents a problem when you cross state lines. What do you care? Do you not? Maybe you don't even worry about it, but I'm curious to hear your feedback on that. For me, I like having some sort of repellent, like mace, or in this case now bear spray, that should anything happen, should anyone gain access into the van while we're here, it gives me at least something to diffuse the situation enough that we might be able to escape the van. That's my thinking behind it.
Well, and there's also there's places you're going to be where you have to worry about animals too. You never know if a bear might come and start being more aggressive. So it's for any kind of situation.
A rabid raccoon.
Ginger Green said that they have bear spray. Gray row wasp spray was recommended to them by a North Carolina state trooper.
I read that too, but the knock on that is that it's not quite as potent, and it doesn't have near the effect that a mace or a bear spray would do. I guess the only way to verify that is to test it. So,
any volunteers?
If you could do that and get back to us.
Someone else, Rodney, said
Somebody wrote Tomahawk.
Maze
like
Man 01. Rodney said they carry wasp spray in their van.
Huh.
Okay, so some more questions.
I will, while you're looking, before you get into that, I want to state, just so you know a little bit more about me. When I was in college, my buddy and I came across a little tiny keychain of pepper spray or mace or whatever. So, of course, being dudes that we are, we dared each other. It was kind of a windy night, so we sprayed it into the wind and it pushed it back into our face, and that wasn't fun.
Lindy said a baseball bat. Traveling with Mugsy said bear spray is awesome for protection. It sounds like Gray's volunteering.
It's
He
on.
said it's on.
Let us know what you find.
Bill, every state park, said I would talk to them and find out why they came into our van.
I could see you doing that,
Pacifist. Let's see. Oh, but then his other half said we protect ourselves with bear spray, whistle that she always carries, and a camera on the van. So you guys have to talk and decide which way you're going to handle things. You're not on the same page, it sounds like. There are some more questions. So someone asked again about our work. We covered that earlier, so if you missed it, you can go back and see that.
In short, she's a graphic designer, website designer, and I handle the bulk of the YouTube business.
It looks like the Vanbergs are still here. Have you considered putting some duct tape on your banana phone and selling it?
That, for those of you who may not understand that reference, apparently there was some artwork that was sold recently where somebody simply duct taped a banana to the wall, and it sold for a lot of money.
Someone said, I hear rail trails are fun with bikes. That is true. Even before we even lived in Florida, we used to do some rail trails. We have not in a long time, though. Jeff asked, other than state capitals and botanical gardens, is there any other kind of thing that you guys are trying to see? Pretty things.
Yeah, well, we haven't really touched on this, but our goal for this upcoming year is, if everyone can stay healthy, go do another big loop, and this time try to make our way to the Pacific Northwest and drop down California coast and the whole thing. So, to answer your question, there is just to see it all, to see as much as we can.
Yeah, just beauty in nature. I mean, it's incredible when you go from place to place, how it's so different from each place to another, one place to another, and so that's just it. I mean, being kind of in awe of God's creation and just seeing what there is out there. And I just realized we're getting close to 8 o'clock, so we've been going for an hour, so we probably should try to get wrapping things up a little bit here.
So here's your 2-minute warning. If we, by chance, didn't get to your question, please write it again. I think we covered everything on our notes.
Well, someone asked if we are planning to visit South Florida this year. We're actually in South Florida. So when it gets cold, we go to Florida. So most of the time we're in South Florida, but we actually are going to Van Fest soon. So I know some of you who are on here are going to be at Van Fest. We are really looking forward to seeing some of you. Here's my Van Fest shirt, but again, we're sorry, our picture is mirrored, so it's backwards. But Van Fest is in the Melbourne, Florida area from February 6th to the 9th, I think.
It's vanfestusa.com, if I got that right. If you are interested, want to make your way out.
We had an awesome time last year, and we're really looking forward to it again. And we're also hoping to do a meet and greet. So if you're coming, let us know when you're planning to arrive because we'd like to include all of you. But we're hoping to do that maybe on Friday night.
More details to come.
Yes, so we'll probably look in our stories when we're at FanFest. We'll probably be able to give more detail about where that'll be. But we'd really like to get together with everybody. Someone said Alaska. That probably will not happen for quite a while for us.
Well, again, if I can get the van traveling fast enough,
Jump.
maybe.
Darren asked about Schoolie Swarm. We don't think so because of timing, but we're definitely planning on doing VanFest. Let's see. Lilu asked, what's your most and least favorite thing about van life?
Wow. I love the simplicity that this whole thing has brought about. Untethering ourselves from, the brick and mortar home, and the freedom that gave us to do all that we're doing. I love that portion of it. Probably the low, or the, how was that phrased? The thing we like the least, is probably dealing with some health issues. I don't want to get into it, but part of the reason I lost some weight is finding a doctor when it's necessary, and that can be a challenge on the road. It can be a challenge for insurance, finding a doctor that's available, that isn't booked out for a couple months.
And that's really, it's really tough when you travel place to place. Like if we're planning to go somewhere and you've had a doctor at this spot, what do you do? Do you find a new one, or do you wait for the first doctor you saw? So that can be a challenge with van life. I would say for me, the two biggest things for van life are just being able to explore. I'm just thrilled with nature and things we find, and then just people. It enables us to be able to visit friends and family more. We get to stay longer when we visit people. We've met amazing people, so just love that. And then I would say the low, it can be kind of stressful working on the road. When we go to like libraries or Planet Fitness, or not, Panera's, and the Wi-Fi is not good, that can be really stressful. So I would say that's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also trying to balance sightseeing with getting work done.
Sorry, she's talking about something serious here, and I saw Ron Green's comment that it's only 7:00 there.
We have a whole another hour.
Must be an hour behind us, and so. Well, we are at the hour mark, and we certainly don't want to keep you all. We really do appreciate everyone stopping by and all of your comments here tonight.
We are sorry if we've missed comments. We've been trying really hard to see everybody in here. We appreciate you guys taking the time to be here and for watching our videos. We want to just thank our patrons. We have been putting something at the end of the video for that, but really, you guys really do make a huge difference. So we just wanted to list them real quick. We've mentioned some already. Frank and Sue Wolf, Christina Williams,
Lanny and Roxanne Adventures, Ron and Ginger Green,
Grain Grumpy, Vasile, I'm not going to try to say his last name again, Shelley, John Killery, and Elena Petty, Al and Arlene Russo. So those guys, we actually, when we traveled to New England, we got some new people following our videos and they became patrons. And I don't know that they're in here tonight, but we really appreciate that. And as always, we want to say a thank you to Meg and Darren, Souter Motors. We wear their sweatshirt sometimes and talk about them. That's who we got this van from.
I will say that if you are thinking about this lifestyle and are looking for a van or an RV, or for that matter, any type of vehicle, I would give them a good look. Darren worked exceptionally hard in finding us this van. Long story, but he finally found it for us, and so of course he's got access to all the different auctions and stuff, so he works really hard for you. It would behoove you to give them a look if you are considering buying a vehicle.
Yep. And every state park and Goodnight Trail, Bill and Christina, like we mentioned, they've given us a laptop and some hard drives, and lately something to charge our phones. So that has helped us in a huge way this past year. And we also want to acknowledge some of you who comment the most on our channel, since that means so much to us. You know,
Of course, there's always this rush, as of late, this bit of a contest to see who can be the first commenter on our videos. And usually it's E6 Fireman. Jeff Henderson's been getting in there recently. And Gray and Grumpy trying to get in on the mix. Ron and Ginger Green. Again, Frank Wolf, Christina Williams, Every State Park. MCC Proc, which is Rob.
Florida, yep. Michelle Elliott, Adventure Number 9. E6 Fireman, who we mentioned earlier. Don Van Norman, I don't think he's in here tonight, but he comments quite a bit. AB, now that we know how to say his name. And Lindy, who's in here, who her handle is Magnum1. We appreciate those regular comments. Again, it helps fill up our tank. We love it. So we appreciate you guys all being here. If we didn't cover some things, let us know. We'll try to cover some things in the future. We hope to see some of you guys at VanFest.
Yeah, again, thank you for all the support. Sounds like a broken record, but it really does mean a lot to us. The mere fact that when our videos come out, if you can watch them, the best thing you can do is let it play through its entirety.
You can also play a full playlist.
Right. And of course, those that go above and beyond through Patreon and the different outlets that we have through Upside and
Amazon, things like that.
Amazon store. So it all adds up.
All right. So some of you had an extra 10 minutes since we started the live early. Sorry about that. And again, sorry that we were mirror image tonight, flip-flopped. I think that's... Oh, E6 Fireman says, see you at VanFest.
Oh, cool. Looking forward to meeting you.
All right.
All right. Well, I think this is where we're going to leave you. Thanks for coming out tonight and spending some time with us. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Oh.
We have a special way to end.
Wait. Don't go anywhere. You guys want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
So now's your time to leave.
We should do a contest. I'll just keep doing this, and we'll see who can stick around for the longest.
And I have to sit here right next to him. But it's pretty funny. He's a funny dude. Jeff is going to get some carrots. Oh, traveling with Mugsy. There's a bunch of people coming to VanFest. We can't wait to see you all. Maybe you'll get more of this if you request it.
Make sure you stop by our meet and greet. More details to come. You guys think I'm kidding? How long can a YouTube live last?
Says no real princess eats like that. Only this princess. Picture number 9 says no more carrots. Maybe if you give him a call on the banana phone, he'll stop eating carrots.
Does it show how many people are in the room?
I think there's 48. I'm not sure.
Once that number gets to 0, I'll stop.
Gray and Grumpy are still here. Ginger Green is still here. Jeff Henderson's still here. ASRM.
Although,
traveling with Mugsy.
I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of regretting this. Because a man can only eat so many carrots at a time.
Every state park said Bill can last forever.
I'm committed to the joke, though.
There's 47 people watching Steve eat carrots.
Maybe that's the key to our YouTube success. Me eating carrots.
Lilu. We're not sure who you are, Lilu. You'll have to tell us who you are. Oh, Gertie. Gertie's still with us, even though Gertie's at a concert and they're still here listening to you eat carrots.
What's better, during a concert or the sound of me eating carrots?
And Lindy's still here, but I think she hates the sound of your carrots, so she's still sticking around anyway.
We know you like it.
Oh, if you haven't already, hit the like button on our video. Thanks for that reminder, Ron Green. Electric Van Life Explorers, they're sticking around. They want to see how many you can eat.
Well, let's look at the nutrition facts. Serving size, 3 ounces. Why do they do that? Do we carry scales with everywhere we go to know exactly what 3 ounces is? For every 3 ounces, it's only 35 calories. That ain't bad. No fat. That's good. Good for me. No cholesterol. Cholesterol.
Oh my gosh, this is what I live with in 60 square feet.
Sodium. Only 3% of sodium per serving.
Right over here.
Total carbohydrate. Hydrate. 8 grams. Dietary fiber. That's good for,
Bill wants to know if they're Aldi carrots. They're actually not. I think they're Walmart. We love Aldi, but every once in a while we're traders and we go to Walmart.
Even has some vitamins. A little low on the vitamins, but calcium, 2%. Iron, 2%.
I can't even read the comments.
Potassium, 6%. Whoa, here's the big one. That's probably why they say it's good for your eyeballs. Vitamin A, 35%. The rate I'm going, I'm probably going to have about 120%. Last but not least, vitamin C. I'm starting to slow down, guys. You might beat me. It's vitamin C, 8%. Is it hot in here? Starting to sweat. Oh, just in case.
You're getting super chats. How much will you give us if you eat the whole bag?
Oh, please. That's how much I have to go. It's easily half the bag.
Does it help if I eat some? Oh my gosh.
Look, it's probably backwards for you, but in case you were confused, ingredients. Carrots.
Good. A $10 super chat from Every State Park and Jeff Henderson by Steve More Carrots.
Guys are monsters.
Lanny says you're killing him, Smalls. Lanny, Roxanne, my sides hurt.
I tell you
Well,
what.
I'm sitting here crying and snotting myself now.
What's killing me
No.
is the carrots themselves.
Watch him eat that now. Oh. Every state park said they have no bathroom. 44. Now I think we're going down. We were at 47.
Haha. I'm starting to win.
Traveling with Muggsy said Steve's got the carrot sweats. 44 people still here. Oh, this is the best, Jeff says. Oh my gosh. You guys encourage this way too much.
Imagine the people that are just tuning in now. They're like, what?
Some of you said you wanted more cowbell. Here it is. Jeff said basically 0-calorie food. Kim Grand Grumpy says we need carrot eating in stereo. You use more calories to eat than what you consume.
When you eat it like this, you do.
Oh, Ron Green said cholesterol, kind of like du bouquet. Took me a little bit to get that, Ron. That's a good one.
Dookie.
People are still writing. Christina left after the carrot in the nose.
I found your weakness, huh?
At least you didn't put it somewhere else. Oh my gosh. Better have some X-Lax for later. Where's the dip? That'll help you. Oh, we have ranch dressing. You want some ranch dressing? Oh, you guys. Well,
How many people are still here?
38. You're losing some.
They're gonna outlast me.
Du bouquet. How's your jaw? Probably Muggsy wants to know, how's your jaw muscle doing?
Muscle's fine. Taste buds are starting to get angry at me, though.
Kim says, don't give up. Oh, a new comment. I don't think Mike Wright has commented. I like the carrots better than the banana phone.
Grumpy, what do you have to say about that? Not leaving.
Maybe we'll change the title of this video to ASM. What is it? ASMR or ASRM?
I don't know.
You still got 38 in here. Is there anything else you'd like Steve to do?
Has anybody been keeping track of how many carrots I've had? Oh,
Should we bring carrots to VanFest with pickle juice? There's a comment in here about pickle juice. Pickle juice is supposed to help with cramps, muscle cramps. Ginger Green, hang in there, Steve. Five vans to you.
never give up, never surrender. That's right, AB. Fight the power.
ASMR. ASMR. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Oh, she wants me here. I'll help you out. All right. Should I do it the proper way?
Yeah, now you got it in stereo.
Here, you come over on this side. I'll come on this side. How's that?
I'm never going to want to eat another carrot in my life.
Not even one bag yet.
Anybody else have to pee? That's going to become a problem here soon.
Man hits YouTube fame by eating carrots. Well,
Maybe all the Canadians that hate us, this will turn them around.
maybe if they're Canadian carrots.
Is it possible to get drunk on carrots? We're going to find out.
Ginger said they're both laughing still. She's getting drunk on carrots. Never thought I'd be watching people eat carrots on a Saturday night. Something new for all of us.
What else is there? I wonder, is it possible to turn orange if you have too many carrots?
I think you're starting to look a little orange colored.
A little pecked. I'm hungry for carrots. 88 minutes in. Oh. How many we got left?
There are 38 still in the house. Jeff
Are you
says,
serious? All 38 of you are here watching me eat carrots.
Jeff Henderson says,
Is that more of a poor reflection on me or you?
Jeff says if you eat a lot of them, your hands can turn yellow. Ask me about it.
I'm asking. Lay it on me. I got nowhere to go.
Ron says you can OD. Well, maybe not you, but we can. Oh, we have a new comment. Helen Connies I'm getting hungry for carrots. That's the first comment I think we've had from that person.
Helen, how long you been here? You just tuned in to this? Sorry. I promise you, if you go back, watch the rest of it. It's probably a little more entertaining than this.
So Bill says it's been 10 minutes of carrots. I think it's actually more than that.
That's been the longest 10 minutes of my life. Hello, guys. Hey, Paul. Sorry for your luck. If you're literally just tuning in now.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm on minute 11 of eating carrots.
So the live stream is officially over, but here we still are because Steve's eating carrots and everyone loves it. 40 people. It's gone up. Yep, 40 people now watching Steve eat carrots.
I seriously thought I'd probably outlast all of you. But I'm slowing down.
Electric Van Life Explorer said, I think this is more about us than you. Nothing more exciting to do on a Saturday night?
I am not slurring my words. You are the slur.
Ron says your eyes are turning orange. But hi, Paul. Welcome to our live. Paul comments every once in a while. Nice to have him here for the carrot eating. They said they're really here watching me laugh. Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading because my eyes got a little watery there. Starting to snot myself. Oh, Paul Sherman. Paul Sherman gave $10 for more carrots.
Oh, Paul. You're killing me.
Here, I'll help. We can just pretend they're gone.
I will say, Audrey made a delicious carrot souffle the other night.
It's very good and very easy to make.
It's like a dessert.
Kim's saying, what's next? Well, you just have to keep giving us money for eating carrots, I guess.
What's next tonight? Probably a visit to the bathroom. Feeling me?
Ginger wants to know if you have TMJD yet. AB said you might need Siggy's help. Oh, there's Lance, boombadacking with Boomer. It's still Steve's chewing like a cow on purpose. Moo. People are egging him on. They're giving him money to chew like a crazy guy.
43. I'm 43 carrots in.
Okay, our numbers. You got 43 people watching you eat carrots.
Oh, 43 people. Gotcha.
Yeah. Boondocking with Boomer says, "Stop it, Steve."
Stop what?
There's too many people encouraging him.
See, Boomer, I'm not always a grouch.
So the carrot souffle, it's just carrots, eggs, some sugar, a tiny bit of flour and vanilla. I think that's all it is. It's super good. James Elliott says, I don't think we've heard from James Elliott either. Oh wait, that's Michelle's husband. Hi, James. He says they're watching it, but it's on mute. Ron, let me bring the neighbors over for this. Just have some block parties. We can all have carrots. We can start like a nationwide thing.
I can see Ron on the phone right now. Hey, you don't want to get over here. Weirdest thing's happening. There's a desperate YouTuber been eating carrots for like the past 15 minutes. Come on over. Come on. You're never going to believe it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, boondocking with Boomer said I called you Oscar. That's different.
Potato. Carrot.
Green Grumpy, how does the toilet chair work again?
Well,
You should go watch that video. Green Grumpy think it's funny.
Probably going to have to give that toilet chair a run for its money, if you know what I mean.
We do know how to party, James. It's all about the carrots. Most exciting Saturday night you'll ever have. Ginger says she has to You're making her laugh so hard she has to pee. Bill said, and to think we asked people to watch your channel. Oh, Bill and Christina are our best marketers. They give our business card to more people than we give our business card to. So thank you, Bill and Christina.
Right about now, they're regretting that decision.
Yeah. Car rot. Carrot. Laugh out loud, Jeff. Bugs Bunny got nothing on you, Steve. Electric Van Life Explorer say. Boondocking with Boomer. Have you guys been into the Newfie Screech? What?
Huh?
I think he means Newfoundland? No. Oh, have you been into
Boomer,
the
you've been having a few too many carrots.
Have you been into the Newfie Screech from Canada? Was that the thing with the fish that Green Grumpy did? We have not been to Newfoundland. He says, I know what to buy you for your birthday this time, Audra. So he gets nothing.
Mike writes,
Well, don't give me carrots.
Mike wrote boiled eggs next time. Oof. That's game there. We've been screeched in.
That's what, yeah, I think that's what Boomer was talking about, Lance.
Nothing, Paul. Pure carrots.
We could add milk to it. That'd make you really sick.
Newfoundland.
24 carrots. Nice. Are you losing some steam?
Big horse carrots or baby? I prefer the juvenile carrots.
Gray says asparagus next time.
Nah, that does nasty things to your pee-pee.
Ron said it could be jalapenos.
Oof.
Oof.
We were talking about this with Grand Grumpy not too long ago. I enjoy hot things. Hot sauce. Salsa. Wasabi peas, but jalapenos straight up. Whew, that's next level.
So it's 8:27.
I can't believe y'all are hanging around for this.
Adventure number 9. Michelle says vegetable rights and peace. She is a meat eater. I think she only eats meat, so.
Lance, will you be at VanFest? That's a question for you, Lance.
Yes.
Go, Steve, go. I'm trying. I never thought I'd be in a marathon carrot eating contest, but
James says I have nothing better to do.
here I am.
Here's what he's got left.
Oh,
So, what's it worth? Oh, your tongue is getting really yellow, I think. Orange. No, it's just the carrots on your tongue. Ginger says we're retired and have all the time in the world. Oh, we have a new person in here. Terry Naring. Love your videos. I'm leaving in March for 8-month journey from Florida to Alaska and back. That's awesome.
how are you traveling? Excuse me.
Terry, you've joined in for the exciting part of the night. People are egging Steve on here. He's carrot eating. We got the true supporters here. Green Grumpy says Steve needs to tap out. What does that mean? I have to start?
Sorry, Boomer. I apologize.
Terry in a Class B.
Class B. That's about the size of this, right?
I think so.
Is it a RV
Go, Princess, go.
or a van? Terry, come to VanFest. Yes, Terry.
Gray says you missed your calling, Steve.
What's that?
It's all come down
Professional carrot eater.
to... That's all I think of you now.
Watch it, Steve. There's a giant spider behind me.
That's an octopus.
That's not a spider. Octopus.
Is that Gray?
Yeah.
You gotta come say hi. Oh.
Terry says it's a Coachman Nova. Oh, Coachman.
Here.
The comment's going by too fast. Nova
Here.
RB ProMaster van. ProMaster van. Cool.
Look, you guys who stuck around, you get to see Lady Gray.
It's the gray cat.
Look.
The one with all the funny comments.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
You want carrot?
You want to say hi to everybody?
No.
Yes, he is. Ugh. She's hungry. All right, are we ending this thing yet, or are you just going to hold out till everybody's gone? We still have 43.
Is that 43 people in here? 43. 43 people have nothing better to do. Isn't like a bowling alley open near you or something? Go sledding. Some of you, there's probably snow where you are.
Not here, though. Boondocking the Boomer said I told my mom to watch. Oh, goodness. Grand Grumpy said that ain't happening. What are they talking about?
Sledding, maybe?
Jeff says, and to think
Oh, no! The cat's taking a dump. Oh, that might have to do it. She can clear out a room, let me tell you what.
In the meantime, Jeff said, and I think he's doing this all with a straight face. But I'm getting in the position to fix the...
Yeah, she's hopefully she's only taking a pee-pee.
No, I'm sure that's not what it is.
But this is usually about the time of night where she'll drop a bomb.
Someone said, can you dance after this? Ron did. I like to dance. Oh,
Yeah.
They said not happening is us leaving. They're not leaving.
Oh.
They're just going to keep watching. So Gray and Grumpy blamed me for the smell of the cat. So maybe we should show them what happens when she goes down there. Here she comes.
So, here's the problem, as I see it. I got a lot of carrots left. And I'm not sure how many more carrots I can eat. I'm not sure how many it's legal to eat in one sitting. Cat just dumped.
Are we going to end? Because I got to deal with it.
And I gotta go to the bathroom.
Reason 436 not to travel with a cat. Oh, sorry, yes, I gave everyone a close-up of my backside, I guess. I can't get to the cat litter right here, though. So something's got to change. You can get closer to the phone. Oof, I gotta
Oh, boy. There it is. Can you guys smell that? Oh, boy.
60 square feet.
Well, I tell you what. You guys should be rewarded for sticking around this long. You want to see our makeshift studio? Wait. Let me chomp on another carrot before we show you that. Because I know that's why you're really here. So. Here's our kitchen. We have a little bed light that's kicking off a little bit late for us. And then man, our cat stinks.
It is not me.
All right, so then here's the computer. We're able to read some of your comments. Uh-oh, we're getting pixelated. And then this is Audra's phone. She was able to read some of your comments on there. And this is where we were seated.
This is where the cat did her business. We've now turned on the roof vent to get the stink out.
Eating carrots can really dry you out. Yeah, that's not a bad idea there, Boomer. Everyone who's still in this live, if you're coming to VanFest, hit yes. So, Every State Park, Darren, Green Grumpy, Ron Green, Adventure number 9, E6 Fireman, Green Grumpy, yes, we know. You're coming. Good, good.
Oh, Maze Man.
Maze Man.
Who are you, Maze Man?
Maze Man, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Boomer.
And Gary.
Gary, if you would, share a little bit. Ron. Jeff, would love to go in my adventure mobile, but will be in preaching in Mississippi. MISSIPPISSIPPS. Everyone type no if you don't want Steve there.
Oh.
Gee. Electric van life explorers. Nope. Just drove to Florida and back. Back to where?
Green Grumpy will be supplying duck farts.
Duck farts. I'm going to guess that is some sort of concoction. Just a guess. Back to Newfoundland. Oh.
Oh, I know who that is. Electric Van Life Explorers. We're going to try to see them sometime. Sorry, I didn't realize who you guys were when you were writing.
The
smell's all cleared out.
Yep.
We can go back to carrot chewing.
5 people came back. 42 people.
Is this the end?
I just cannot believe 43 people.
And not all 43 are commenting. 42, I think, Dan.
I wonder if some of those 43 people have, like, passed out.
We would definitely like to come to Newfoundland. Even though we're worried about the border crossing, we would love to get up there. Steve can't believe he was bested. Lance, you do not have better things to do. Ginger and Ron are going to be there Thursday at 2 p.m. Maybe try chewing with your mouth closed.
Hustle or a life?
New for the carrot chewing. You're not going to get him to chew with his mouth closed. Not happening.
Scientifically proven to bring out the flavor.
see what people are writing. Freeze for all the others. Oh, he's a street. You're at a street van festival, Lance? I do have whipped cream, Lance. What does he want whipped cream for?
Helen Canines. Helen Canines. Haney's. Puke will smell as bad as cat poop.
So we'll have cat poop and carrot.
So that's what I've looked
Carrot
forward
puke.
to.
Good Night Trail says we can't wait for Van Fest to get together with everyone. We can't wait either. I may not bring any carrots though.
Electric
We'll
van
see.
life. That border crossing was an anomaly. It's not typically like that. If you liked Maine, you will love it here. Okay then. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be back. We'll just be better prepared.
Just reminding you that they can leave and come back and you don't know the difference. But we know if you're not commenting that you're not here, possibly.
You have to end this. We won't leave.
Are those carrots or mushrooms?
Who's all going to join me in rooting on the Eagles tomorrow?
Mike writes at work. Good distraction from work. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. Come here, you. Come here. Everybody wants to see.
Mike, what kind of work do you do? They allow you to watch people chomp on carrots. Yes, Puffins. Puffins is high on the list.
Oh, yeah.
As is Wales. Iceberg lettuce. What?
Iceberg lettuce or icebergs?
Oh, maybe just icebergs. Makes more sense.
I love puffins, so that is on my bucket list. Oh, baby. No.
They also have carrots there. Well, that's good.
We can definitely come then. Jeff says he'll root for the Eagles just for you.
Are there more people watching me eat carrots than there were watching the regular live?
Our kitty is Lady Gray Gillespie Pinkerton. That's her name.
Yes, every state park. We will be starting up season 3 here soon.
Rain Grumpy says he'll go to Newfoundland with us. Oh yeah, hit the like button if you've been here for the long haul, and if you like hearing Steve chew carrots. Only 7 likes on the video. Come on, you 48 people.
It would be a lot easier to do a border crossing with other people. That's for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. Then you don't have to suffer alone.
Hustler for life.
Where do you put the litter?
The kitty litter box?
It's we cut out.
Here
If you go back and watch one of our build videos
for our van tour.
We cut out a little cat shaped cutout there in the door, and the litter box is back there underneath the bed.
And I'm sitting on our toilet chair that's only been used a couple times. Bill says...
What if I look at you suspiciously while eating carrots?
Bill says he'll do Newfoundland, but there's a question mark there. He's not really sure. 29 likes now. Yes, if you're new to our live and you're new to our channel, this is not normal. Well, this is what I live with all the time, but in our live we were talking about van life. But now we're just watching Steve eat carrots because apparently people like that. There's a stink bug.
This has gone on far too long.
Lance says your teeth are going orange. We went from 29 likes to 37 likes now. Bill says his favorite part of the van build is our kitty door. Are you guys going to do a kitty door? Hustler Life says it's unsettling. That's what you get with this guy. You never know what you're going to get.
Imagine what it's like for me.
Imagine living in his head. Rodney says, I did a load of laundry. Just got back. And you're still here. Yes, he's eating a lot of carrots.
Who wrote that?
Rodney SS.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Darren's still here. Will you guys be going to VanFest pre-events? No, we're really disappointed. When I first read that there were...
Too busy eating carrots,
Yeah.
Darren.
When we saw that there was an event before and after, I was excited about that. But I thought it was right before and after, not several days. So we won't get up there until after the thing at the Space Center. And we won't be able to stick around for the beach cleanup either, unfortunately. But we are looking forward to VanFest and hanging out with everybody. It's now going on almost 2 hours. Because we started 10 minutes early. She points at Steve and said this is not normal. Definitely this. Debbie Thorne, East Coast Hiking Trail in Newfoundland. Oh, that's the same Electric Van Life Explorers, I believe. Is it Steve or Godzilla on TV tonight?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, Kim says, what's after the carrots? Wasabi peas?
I already downed those. Gonna need a new shipment.
Kitty's like, is he gonna stop eating carrots ever? There's 40 people still here.
Man gains internet fame by chomping on carrots.
Yeah. We stop that.
Excuse me. $38. We're losing people.
Yes. We were planning to leave this at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And here it is almost 9 o'clock.
Audra was like, do your carrot bit to close things out. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, goodness. Hustler Life said, can we watch the cat eat carrots?
I tried to give her one, but she was not having it.
You could watch her take a bath. That's really exciting. This classifies as more cow 6. Oh, cowbell. They mean cowbell. Yes, here's your cowbell. Eat your heart out.
So I have a joke for you. Guy walks into a library and says, hey, I'd like a bag of carrots. No, make that 2 bags of carrots. Librarian goes, sir, this is a library. Guy goes, sorry, I'd like 2 bags of carrots, please. Is it better the second time? More carrot relevant?
Lance says to put a carrot in each ear. He dares you. And Kim Gray says, a glass of wine while watching Steve eat carrots, priceless. Boondocking Boomer says, that's it, I'm unsubscribing. Stragglers just tuning in. We're here for the long haul. Oh, so am I. So am I.
No, seriously, I got pee. I don't know what to do about it.
Someone recently commented when you said that and said, just go pee.
take you with me. I might be crossing some lines, some YouTube ethics.
Every state park, still no waterfall, just one van.
Here you go, Boomer. Pretty good fit.
Oh, kitties, that's so horrible. There it is, folks.
I get better reception this way.
This is what you've asked for. Here it is. Carrot Top.
Carrot Top ain't got nothing on me.